Once upon a time, the Blazers went on a 3-game road trip, and they came back home 3-0 on that trip, and they faced a 7-game homestand ahead. A 7-game homestand that saw matchups against Oklahoma City. They saw matchups against the Bucks. It saw matchups against the Suns, the Pacers, the Kings, and the Magic. And we looked at that 7-game homestand and we said, don't worry, fans. The losses are going to come. Don't get upset about this 4-game win streak they were on, because they're going to take a couple losses. And they started that homestand with a loss against the Thunder, and they played valiantly. They did. They lost by just 10 points. And we were saying, see, I told you, they played well. It was good, but it's going to be another tough test against the Bucks in a couple nights. And that team, who we said was going to take their lumps on that 7-game homestand, said, let me show you something. Let me show you something. And what they have shown is they have shown fight. They have shown resolve. They have shown togetherness. And they have shown that, boy howdy, when they play together, Blazer basketball is fun. Because tonight against the Sacramento Kings, those Portland Trail Blazers grab a 108-102 victory to win their 6th game in a row, to go to 6-1 on this 7-game homestand, and they have now won 10 of their last 11. Your Portland Trail Blazers are currently the best, hottest team in the NBA. Unbelievable what they've been able to do in such a short amount of time. Gosh. Like, sometimes you go and you want to talk about a team and you just are at a loss for words. And today was an emotional day. An absolute emotional day for fans, because the trade deadline came and went and Blazers did not make any moves, and there was fans who were upset about that, and some people were like, I wish they would tank, and I wish they would do this and picks that, and they need to get off this contract. And if that's your train of thought, as I said in the pregame show, I get it. I understand it. But right now, we're riding this wave, and it is unbelievable. This homestand, again, wins against the Bucks. That's a great win. A second win in a week's time against the Magic. That was a great win. Winning both games against the Suns, so hard to do. And then you come in, you get the Kings to wrap it up. A good Kings team, by the way, who I think once Zach LaVine and Jonas Valanciunas figure out their true roles and mesh with everyone, is going to be a very good team. You get the win. And the thing is, you've done all of this every single game on the back of your defense. The defense has shown up. The young guys have shown up. Whether they've played 20 minutes or 10 minutes, they have played incredible. Scoot Henderson has been on an absolute tear. Shaedon Sharpe has been on a tear. Donovan Clingan, who's had his ups and downs, he played very well tonight in his limited minutes. Offensively, it was so-so, but defensively was doing exactly what he needed to do, was impacting a lot of shots in the paint, and it's just, man, you love to see it. You love to see it. It's incredible what they have been able to do in this one. This is, by the way, the 5th quarter with Chris Burkhardt. If you want to follow me on social, Chris J. Burkhardt is the name. Of course, you can also go to youtube.com, type in Rip City Radio, join the chat there. And if you want to get on the station with me tonight, 503-248-0620 is your telephone number. Now let's take a look at this game. This was a really fun basketball game, because it didn't feel like there was any of those big runs or those big pushes. It was just punch counter punch, punch counter punch. The two teams giving it their all, just going at it, playing pretty good basketball on both ends. Like, this was not a down Sacramento team in the least. Everyone was playing well on both sides, and so it was just a fun battle, man. Like, I use boxing references a lot, and this one felt like two boxers. Like every time out was like the end of the round, and like then you see the ring girl come out to hold up. We're going into round 2. We're going into round 3. We're going into round 4, and it was just a beautiful boxing match with hooks and haymakers and uppercuts and parries and all the other boxing terms that I don't know off the top of my head, because I cover the NBA. NBA. But it was a great game. It was 27-27 after one, and then the Blazers get out to the halftime lead. They led at halftime 54-50, and in that halftime, Keegan Murray, he had 12 points for the Kings, 13 points for Malik Monk. And then on the Blazers side of things, 12 points, 4 rebounds for DeAndre Ayton, 9 points for Anthony Simons, 7 points for Denny Avdia, and Shaedon Sharpe, a 14-point first half to lead your Portland Trailblazers. And then in the second half, again, much of the same, back, forth. A little run here, a little run there, back, forth. And then the Blazers were able to pull it out, 108-102. And in the end, it was clutch plays. It was clutch shots from Anthony Simons, clutch rebounds, and just clutch defensive stops from everybody. Like, it was a team win, mostly on the back of the defense, which is just phenomenal to say and hear and watch, right? But when the team needed plays, they made them. And we have talked about this all year long, about this team's inability to make runs and answer teams if they get out to big leads. And it was something that Casey Holdahl pointed out a while back. But, boy, right now they are doing all the things that early in the year we critiqued them for not being able to do. And that's why I find this wave so fun to ride. And that's why I find everything here incredible, because all the things we knocked them for earlier, they are finally starting to put to bed, right? Oh, the offense can't go. The offense gets going. Oh, if they get down, they can't fight back. If they get down, they're fighting back. If they have a lead, they can't hold it. If they get a lead, they're holding it. And again, the reason why they're able to claw back if they're down or they hold a lead is defense. Gotta love it. You absolutely got to love it. Final score again, 108-102. DeMar DeRozan had 22 points, 4 boards, 7 assists for the Kings. Keegan Murray ended the night with 12 points. Did not score a single point in the second half. 22 points for Zach LaVine, 21 for Malik Monk. Domantas Sabonis had just 10 points. He did get 4 rebounds, but he also had 6 personal fouls. And had to go sit on the bench for the rest of the game. On the Blazers side of things, Jeremy Grant, 4 of 11. He had 12 points, 4 boards, 2 assists, and 3 blocked shots. Tumani Kamara had one of those games that, you know what, you can look at the point side of things and say he did not play well, because he did not. He had 4 points on 2 of 13 shooting, but he had 14 rebounds, a couple steals, a blocked shot. He did the same thing I've been saying all year long with him. He doesn't have to score it, and he finds a way to impact the game. He makes the game better because he was in it. Even though he was not scoring, he was finding ways to make sure his team was in the right spot, and that's what he did here in this one. 18 points, 8 boards, 4 assists, 2 block shots from DeAndre Ayton. A quiet game from Denny Avdia, 9 points, 4 rebounds, no assists, only 3 of 6 from the floor. Anthony Simons, 9 of 16, 8 of 12 from beyond the arc to lead the team with 30 points. Scoot Henderson, 5 points, 8 assists, and 2 steals. Now, he did have a little incident kind of late in the game where he rolled his ankle, got subbed out, but he seemed to be okay, came back in. Shaedon Sharpe, 24 points off of the bench. And then Delano Banton, he came in, played 10 minutes, had 4 points in this one. And they were big because they needed a little bit of a spark coming off the bench. They needed someone to get things going. As Coach said post-game, like they were stuck in the mud, and they got out of it when he came in. So everyone contributed. Everyone did what they were supposed to do. Defense won the day. And again, this team that no one gave a chance to win a game on this homestand, yours truly included. You got to call them out, right? They're going to take their losses. This 7-game homestand is rough. They're not going to win a lot of those games. Yeah. Color me wrong. I am wrong. 6-1 on this homestand. Nobody saw that coming. Now, if they can go on this next 3 before the All-Star break, which will see them go to Minnesota on Saturday and then Monday, Wednesday, 2 games in Denver. If they can win like 2 of those 3, boy, that's a good run to go into All-Star break. If you win all 3 of them, oh boy. Heck, at this point, if you win just 1, I'll take it, because that's just a beautiful, beautiful stretch of games. But if you can just keep this running into All-Star break, man, things are wonderful. If you want to join the conversation, 503-248-0620 is the telephone number. You can also go to youtube.com. Type in the chat where, boy, it's popping off. I can't even keep up with it, but I'll try to get to it in a second. But first, we'll head out to Josh in Vancouver. Josh, welcome into the 5th quarter. You were at the game. How was it? Hello, Josh. Nothing. Bueller. Oh, Bueller didn't come to class today. Josh didn't want to get on air. Shacker's trying to fix it. There must be an issue. We're on that. But while we're doing that, while he's trying to fix Josh, Shacker, just get in my ear if it's fixed or whatnot. I don't know what's going on. But we'll take to the YouTube chat for a second. My friend Sam, famous children's book author Sam, says, "Oh, man, go Blazers. They're looking good. They absolutely are looking incredible." Samantha says, "I've never been so happy to watch this team. It's been a long time. It has been." That's why with the trade deadline and what happened and what didn't happen, it's easy to not be too upset by it because of the way the team's playing. And I understand, big picture, we want this, we want that, but I got to take, too, that the fact that this stretch of games has made it fun to watch, right? It's made it fun to be a Blazer fan. That was the biggest thing. People getting so upset early in the year. I keep going back to the Memphis game, right, where it was, "I'm embarrassed. This is embarrassing," as people were walking out of the arena. Not right now. People are having fun. It's giving me those old vibes a little bit, you know, the late 20 teens playoff team. I'm not saying this team is a playoff team yet. We can talk about that here in a little bit. But the vibes are there. Rip City's roaring, and it's fun, and that's what matters. And I do like the fact that the team is just making it fun because they're playing great basketball. And I said this earlier, and I'll say it again. Like, the win-loss does not matter at all in the long run. If they would have went out and lost this game against a good Sacramento team but played the way they did, you accept that, and you still see a lot of things you like. The wins just make it better. Checkered past. Ooh, nice play on words. Says, Chris, of the players moved on or by the trade deadline, who would you want and who are you giving up to get the trade? Of the players who were moved, okay, that's a loaded question. That's a loaded question. There was a lot of players moved at the deadline, if I'm reading your question right. Like, who of the players that were moved, who would I have liked on Portland? You know, I think honestly, without getting into the nitty-gritty of contracts and all that stuff, just looking at the player, I think DeAndre Hunter would have been a pretty fun Blazer. I mean, a good scorer, good defender, great size. I mean, that'd get into it. Han says, Luka. Yeah, I mean, that's the obvious answer. Who wouldn't want Luka? But I'm also just thinking logically here, because I don't think Portland was getting in on a Luka deal. But man, DeAndre Hunter would be a fun one to add. But I'll see what happens here in the offseason, because I still fully believe that there will be some trades going down in the offseason, because that's what we've heard all along. That's what we told you in the pregame show. We fully believed the offseason was going to be the focus, not the trade deadline, and that bore out tonight. A real question, Strickland or DDP? Yeah, Diamond Dallas Page. Diamond Cutter. What is that? Arms up, chest out? Anybody do that DDP yoga? It's good. All right, 503-248-0620 is the telephone number. Let's see if we're fixed. Let's head out to the aforementioned Sam. Sam, how you doing?
Hey, Chris, it's Sam Lipke.
Oh, I know who it was. That's why I went straight to you. How we doing?
I'm good. I came back from water polo practice about 45 minutes ago, and I checked my phone, and me and my friends are all jumping around looking at the score.
Isn't it wild? Who would have thought they would have won 6 in a row here, man?
Yeah, I think that we're looking good. I saw a meme on Instagram, and it said another quiet, trade deadline. But this is really reminiscent, oddly, of like the bubble Suns, where they were really bad and they started to catch on fire. And when they didn't make the playoffs the year after, they, erupted into, third or fourth in the West. So I find that we're in a position where this year is our development, and next year could be something bigger than we expect.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that, Sam, because you're the second caller in the last few games that has mentioned the Bubble Suns for that exact same reason. A team that was struggling, wasn't really putting it together, and then all of a sudden it clicked, and there you go. So there's something to be said. And this team did. They clicked kind of at the right time, and they're playing a lot different than they had all year long, and a lot of it's on the defensive side. So I don't know exactly what the reason was, but I'm not complaining about it.
Yeah, I'm liking all the young players. I think, this goes along with the trope that it's a lot easier to teach younger people to learn stuff, because when you have a lot of young guys together, learning how to play with each other, it'll go a lot better than if you have a lot more, more experienced older players. So I think we have a good combination of youth, but then also a little bit more experience, like with Jeremy Grant and DeAndre Ayton. But again, Ayton was drafted in 2018, so even he's pretty young. So I think looking forward, we're looking solid.
No, absolutely. I think we are, Sam, and I appreciate the call as always. You don't have to introduce yourself as Sam Lipke. I know exactly who we're talking to. That's why I go out to you. You are like you're the vet now. Like you're the vet of the fifth quarter with me, my man. We know what's going on. I love it. I love that you're calling in. I love that you and your pops come say hi anytime you get to a game. So you better get to another one before the season's over, because you guys need to come experience what's going on right now, which is just some absolutely incredible Blazer basketball. Incredible Blazers basketball. I sit in media row, running, doing some stuff for Rip City Radio Social with my camera right there, getting ready to film the streamers going off, right? And I'm like, this is not getting old. 6 games in a row here at Moda Center. I've got to do this. Oh, this is fun. You know what that means? Blazers win. It's they were few and far between for a while. So right now, like I said, ride this wave because it's fun. It's fun. Let's head out to Anthony in Kaiser. Anthony, welcome into the fifth quarter.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great. What do you got for us tonight?
I'm just very excited that we got some winning Trailblazer basketball. I got to take the family out tonight. We're on a nice little winning streak, and we're very excited to see the great game tonight.
Absolutely, man. It was a wonderful game. You were here. I mean, isn't it fun that you can come to a game right now? The vibes are good. The fans are great. The team is great. Like, it's worth the drive from Kaiser.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're very excited. This morning I woke up like a kid on Christmas, expecting some big trade. A little let down, but at the same time, if there was no great trades to be made, then why do something for no good reason? So we're happy. Let's keep the win streak going. Let's keep the good vibes rolling, and let's go Blazers.
Absolutely, Anthony. Thanks for the call, and drive safe getting back home down I-5 South. But your point's right there, man. And that's one thing I do want to point out with the trade market. And I've had some fans battle me back and forth, and again, that's absolutely fair. I'm not telling anyone how to fan or what to think. That would be stupid of me. But I will give my insight, and that is the fact that when you look at the trade market and what happened, like, if you really want to get off of Anthony Simons, I don't think you just do it to do it, right? If you wanted to get off of Grant, you don't just do it to do it. Okay, here's this terrible offer, take it. No. Because, A, Anthony Simons' market is not going to tank overnight. It's still going to be what it is in the offseason. Either is Jeremy Grant's. I think both of them are probably going to go for a little bit less than you thought they were going to go for, especially Jeremy Grant with the contract and having a little bit of a down year. Ant is Ant. I don't think his trade value has changed at all because he's still a high-volume scorer when you want to put him in that position. We just understand that the value of a high-volume scorer who is limited defensively is not incredible in this NBA right now. Like there are a lot of those guys you can go plug and play and give them minutes and they're going to go score. So you got to really work those trade markets to get something of value. And I think there's going to be something of value in the offseason, Anthony, I do. But right now, like, it's not I'm not upset that it didn't happen, especially when we get to a game and you had a game like tonight and it was phenomenal to watch, a joy to watch. We have callers saying how fun it was. We have people in the YouTube chat talking about how fun the games are right now, and that's what you want. Again, that's why I've said long before the wins, loss don't matter. And I mentioned the kid in front of Media Row a couple games ago who's sitting in front of Media Row just dancing the whole time, enjoying the game, living in the moment, and how we need to remember what it means to be a Blazer fan at the end of the day, because that's what it's all about. Right now, we're all that kid sitting in front of the Media Row or our TV or our radio and just going crazy. Or listening to it on the radio, probably honking, going down I-5 every time Ant hits a bucket. Ant hits a three. Just start, why is that dude honking? Oh, I see the custom license plate now. He's a Blazer fan. Makes sense. They must be red hot and rolling. All right, let's head back out to Vancouver. Let's try Josh again. Let's see if it works this time. Josh, welcome into the fifth quarter.
What's up, bro?
Hey, how we doing? Long time no chat.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
I was starting to wonder. I was like,
roll we've been on.
I was just starting to wonder. I was like, okay, is this because Chad left? Is it because Chad let me take over this show that Josh doesn't call in anymore?
No.
But
No.
that's good. But hey, you were at the game
Life.
tonight. What's your takeaways?
Yeah, we were. It's been team play. It's been a lot of. I've been noticing lately. I know it didn't happen tonight, but I've been noticing lately. It's been 5 to 7 players every single night doing double figures. I know it did not happen tonight, but that's been the formula. Team play. Everyone sharing the ball, not just one big name doing all the scoring. We've played a few teams where, yeah, they're big player. They scored those points, 37, 39 points. We still won. It is all about the team play, and it is exciting.
No, absolutely, Josh. The team play has been great. It's been so fun because I think every single night a different player has stepped up big, and then defensively they're playing as one, which is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and you can't say enough about Kamara. That guy and Denny have been just electrifying. It's been a fun ride to be on. I can't believe that 3 weeks ago we were 13-28. That seems crazy to even think about.
I think, quite honestly.
But,
no, go ahead.
I don't know if you guys have heard Monica or Megan yet. You guys want to say anything? Megan says no.
Come on, don't be shy. It's the fifth quarter.
Not a lot to say, but can we get and go Blazers in 3, 2, 1? 3, 2, 1, go Blazers!
Well,
let's go.
There you go, Josh. You have fun for the rest of the night, man. I'm glad the three of you are enjoying the evening. And next time, say the Go Blazers with some more vigor, man. Enjoy it. Yeah, go! Show me your Blazer, right? Just like Chad would do. And call back in. Don't be afraid. I know you're just not calling because Chad isn't here. All his friends don't want to call me, but we're having fun, Josh. I appreciate the call. Glad you're all doing well over there. And yeah, the togetherness you talk about has been so good. It's mainly the defense, right? The fact that they're playing as one unit together has been absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. All right, we're going to take a quick break here on the fifth quarter. I got to go, get some water, stretch a little bit because it's been a heck of an evening already. If you are on hold, I see you over there. I see Victor. I see Nick. I see Bryce. Don't go anywhere. As soon as we come back from break, I'll get to your phone calls, and we still got Coach's Corner to get to too, and hand out some game balls. This is the fifth quarter on your home of the Blazers, Rib City Radio 620. All right. What do we got going on in the YouTube chat? You bunch of fifth quarter degenerates over here. Everyone hit the like button. Get more people in here. Han gets it. Han gets it. Look at that. Last I checked, we're up at like 1,050 subscribers. That's money right there. I love that. That's awesome. That's awesome. And a lot of you guys have been here since day one when we started this little stream like 2 seasons ago, 3 seasons ago, something like that. Has to be 2 seasons. I haven't even been here 3 years yet. So Having fun. Say your name and wins will appear. I believe in Rip City. You're right. You're right. But man, hey, go listen to the 1977 podcast. My little podcast that I do about once a week. I dropped a new episode today. Filmed it right before or recorded it right before the game, and got some thoughts in on the draft. So go give that a listen. 1977. It's fun. And in that, I dropped the fun song for the reference. I'm not going to tell you what the reference is. I'm going to let you guys type it in the chat if you know that. But it was F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anywhere, anytime at all. Getting wins here in Rip City. There you go. That's my cheesiness for the day. My dad jokes. Oh, I can't remember the last time there were 9 likes on here. Is that what we're at? The chat pops up in the stream. I don't pipe up. Boom. I'll like it myself. Does it count when I like my own stream? Timmy gets the SpongeBob reference. Thank you. F is for fire that burns down the whole town. U is for uranium bombs. N is for no survivors. Yeah, I have way too much too much time to remember SpongeBob songs. Oh, Josh calls and then gets in the YouTube chat. I'm so glad Josh is back. Welcome back to the chat, Josh. I love it. All right, we'll be right back because radio's coming back here in just a few seconds. Wonderful 108-102 victory over the Sacramento Kings as the Blazers win their 6th game in a row, 10 of their last 11, and we're having some fun. Also, massive shout out to everyone in the chat and everyone on the call list. You guys are making it fun. And a special shout out to my buddy Justin, who's listening live. He chooses to listen to my show live once a year. Today's that day. Things are going on, and he's saying I'm doing a good job. So thank you, Justin. I appreciate you. All right, if you want to join in on the conversation, 503-248-0620 is your telephone number. And, of course, youtube.com, type in Rip City Radio, and you can get in on the chat over there as well. But let's head out to the phones where Nick in Portland, he's got a hot take. I'm taking a risk here. What is it? Nick, welcome into the 5th quarter. What do you got for us?
Who could be starting for most teams in the league is our 7th best player. What do you think?
That's your hot take, that he's the 7th best player?
Yeah.
Okay, well let's break this down. First off, thanks for calling in, my friend, longtime listener, first time caller. I'm kind of jealous. I feel like that's like a bucket list item for anyone who listens to sports radio. Like I host sports radio, Nick, but I still want to like call in one day to someplace just to be able to say, longtime listener, first time caller. Like
Right. This is one of my first radio calls of all time.
This is.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, well, I'm glad. Well, let's break this down for a second for you, Nick. If your hot take is that Jeremy Grant is the 7th best Blazer, I think talent-wise, if you just look at it in a vacuum and you think of what Jeremy Grant is, especially coming into the season, I think you'd probably say he's the third best Blazer, right? You would probably put like Ant, D.A., Jeremy in some sort of order there. I think right now.
That's the start of the year.
Yeah, that's the start of the year. I think
right.
Right now, with the way the team's playing, Nick, full on, I would say the best player on this team right now over this last stretch has been Denny Avdia. I think Tumani Kamara comes in at a close.
Who starts at his position.
Yeah, right. And then I would say Tumani Kamara has been the second best player. When you get into the conversation for the third best player on this team, that's where it starts to get a little in the weeds, but I think especially over this stretch, it's probably been DeAndre Ayton. And then you'd probably go to the Ant, Shea, and Scoot mix. And then you get to Jeremy Grant in there somewhere. So if you want to say he's the 7th best player on the team right now, okay, I can get what you're laying down. I don't know if that's as hot as you think it is.
And that's a beautiful problem, right? Am I right?
Yeah, it is a beautiful problem to have right now. And then now, hopefully, in the long run, you figure out what you want to do with him, and you continue to build your roster. But I think more so what that point is, it doesn't matter, Nick, whether he's the 5th best player, the 6th best player, 7th best player, what have you. What is important is the fact that you can now say straight-faced that some of these young guys that you have hoped had turned the corner are your best players.
Exactly.
That's what's important. Like Han in King City in the YouTube chat, he would rank it Kamara, Denny, Scoot, Ant, Grant. Okay, so he'd put Grant 5th. And again, I think that's fair if you want to put him down there too. But the fact that the young guys are getting that push is massive.
Exactly. And like, what a beautiful problem to have. And like, it just goes to show the future is looking bright.
Yeah, no, it's looking very bright, Nick, and I appreciate the call, man. You are always welcome to call back in. I'm glad that you made your first radio call the 5th quarter. I'm still jealous that you got to say, long-time listener, first-time caller. That is bucket list material for anyone who listens in to a sports radio show, especially ones that let you call in. But again, you wanted to drop that hot take, and I don't think it's as hot as you think it is. Because I think a lot of people do that. And again, no matter where you put him, whether you think Jeremy is the 4th best player, 5th best player, 6th best player, 7th best player like you did, there's an argument there no matter what. But at the beginning of the season, it was basically Ant, D.A., Grant, and where are the other guys? And again, now the fact that you can say straight-faced, I mean, Denny and 2 are your number 1 and number 2 right now. Like maybe not your number 1 scores, but they're your 2 best players all the way around. And that Shea and Scoot are coming up, and DA I think has really solidified himself very, very well too. Like that's a good problem to have, like you said, and it's kind of fun to be able to say that, right? That these guys are playing so darn well. All right, let's head out to Bryce in North Portland. Bryce, thanks for your patience with us today. Welcome into the 5th quarter.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Another win makes for another fun 5th quarter, so I'm doing just great.
Surprise game. I'm preaching I've got a really nasty hot take where I'm not mad at. No offense to Nick and his hot take. I'm gonna digest it. But my hot take is I'm not mad at Joe Cronin not trading anybody. And I dapped up Chauncey Billups at the Sunday past G League game, and I said, I appreciate you. The stuff he's doing with the bench, like I'm okay with letting it roll because I see all these blockbuster trades going on, and I feel like we're still digesting our last big one, and if I can still see like good Delano Banton feeds, like Scoot Henderson turning some fast break points and feeding to DeAndre Ayton and getting some conversions for like me and my coworker got both of our tickets for like $15 for the 300 level. That's high fives all around.
Right.
I in my opinion, as a Blazers fan.
Hey, Bryce, like you're not wrong, man. And the thing is too, like multiple callers have talked about it. You're talking about it right now, but like now is the time. Get in on the ground floor. The team's playing hot. Get a cheap ticket and come enjoy it. Because again, the fact that you're getting to see the young guys have these big games, like tonight, Tamani Kamara only had 4 points to end the night, Bryce. But how he was impactful as all could be.
He had so many tactical blocks.
Right.
Like really good defensive plays in the key. Like that's invaluable. My coworker, his first Blazers game of the season, I'm glad I talked him out, but he was like, Danny Avdia, he's gonna have to switch it up how he defensively, offensively sometimes checks up on people, but he's just growing into it, and that's great.
Yeah, man.
And I think about how savage bootleg play-in shirt could be, where it's Chauncey Billups' hot take from the Memphis game, where he's like, if you sleep well tonight, you're a loser. Like, oh, I'm ready for it. I'm like, yes. I just hope I hope like maybe I see 12, 15 games I can get in that 300 level, like for, like around Lakers prices.
Yeah,
I'll see that last game, but not this coming one. My bank account can't handle it.
Yeah, the Luka mania is real, Bryce, and I appreciate the call as always. And those 300 seats are massively. They are. I'm trying to think of the right word, but like the value on them, right? The bang for your buck. I personally we got pretty good seats in media row too, and when you're courtside, it's a great experience because you can hear the players and really see what's going on. I love the 300 level, like the third bench, the group of fans that I'm a part of. I'm a pseudo member of the third bench, but they have their season tickets up in section 317, and they go to all the games. Like I love going up there and sitting with them once in a while because I just love being at that high angle where you can just really break down plays and see where things are going. Yeah, so if you get that seat for $15, that's a no-brainer, man. That's absolutely awesome. And then yeah, the next home game. The next home game is the first the first game after All-Star break. Luka Doncic and co coming to town. If you can get in for $15 in that one, you're going to be lucky. That's not going to happen, but that'd be a fun one to get to. But I'm glad you got to get out and enjoy the game tonight because, man, the game is just it's fun. It is so fun right now, and these young guys are playing incredible. All right, let's head out to Ben in Portland. Ben, thanks for the patience with us tonight as we got a lot of callers on the list, but the floor is yours. What do you got for us?
Well, it's Ben, a.k.a. Uncle Blazer.
Okay, there we go. Uncle Blazer. Formerly known as Ramblin' Ben.
Correct. So this is actually my third call in this streak. And so I, of course, need to lead out with, show me your blazer!
Show me your blazer!
And, hey, shakalaka!
Yes.
Now, my question about that is, did he actually have a dunk tonight?
I don't think he did.
I don't think so. So didn't he have a streak of dunks at one point, or is it just a streak of threes?
Oh, my gosh. I wasn't counting either one, so I can't tell you.
Well, I know I haven't paid close attention because I know there has been talk over the course of recent weeks that he had a streak or N number of games in a row with a three each game, at least 1 3. And I thought he also had a streak of dunks, but I don't recall. So maybe it was probably one of the radio TV guys would know that. Anyway, well, you know who can ask.
We got to get the principal Curtis Long on that. He'll know. The Travis's stat guy. He'll know.
Yeah, our master stat magician. Anyway, so and of course, got to make your free throws, because if you look at the last couple plays of the game, guess who made a couple free throws to ice the game? Ant.
Yep.
And guess who missed? one key free throw. That was Levine.
Yep. And you go, hey, and go back to the Suns game. Who missed the key free throw? Devin Booker. So you got to hit him. You got to hit him.
Exactly.
It's just nicer when the Blazers hit him.
Right. So my thought for tonight, my follow-up thought on the previous run is that, okay, the playoffs is a great concept, but actually at this point it should just be believe should be the word. And here's where I go with this. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your teammates. You have to believe in the team and to believe in the plan.
Okay.
So look at what yourself. Look at the development's been going. So they believe themselves, but the infrastructure is Cronin and Chauncey and each of their staffs.
Right.
So they've built this whole thing, and you can start to see the results.
No,
and they've taken a lot of crap and so forth.
No, you can't. You can, Ben. You can, absolutely. And I want to riff on what you just laid down for a second. And thanks for the call as always, because you dropped the playoffs, right? Just right, playoffs, and that makes sense. But believe is another good one, man. That's another good one, because if you don't believe in yourself, you ain't gonna do much, right? And I've been talking about this with like Shay, like getting to the point where you walk into a gym and you think you are the baddest dude in the gym. Right? Be the baddest dude in the gym. And when you do that, you're going to be unstoppable. And right now, the Blazers are so good. And Coach was actually asked about it post-game, about like, does your team playing with just a little more like feeling that they can win these games? And are other teams coming in taking notice of that? And he was like, absolutely. And it goes back to that word you're dropping right there, believe, right? Believe in yourself. Believe in the plan. They are believing that they can get this done. Because if you don't believe, man, that you're done. If you walk into any situation and you don't have confidence you can win the ball game, or confidence that you can get your job done for the week, well, guess what? You're not going to get it done at all. Not even close, right? And especially in sports, if you walk in and you quiver and you think the other team's better and you lost your belief, yeah, have fun with that one. You're toasted. So you're right, man. Believe. You need to. So I get what you're laying down. I like that. I can't wait till the next game. See what moniker you come up with then, because you've got a few good ones here. You're on a roll. You're on a roll, Uncle Blazer. I appreciate it. All right, let's before we go to break, let's head out to Victor. Victor has been waiting very patiently as well. Victor, welcome back in, bud.
Hi, Chris. Thank you for your time. I hope I don't make you tired. So many callers. I have a couple of questions I want you to answer at the end of my conversation.
Okay.
In the college we can take pass, no pass, or grade option. I give a pass to Blazer because they won. But what I'm saying is, I want to get your opinion at the end of my conversation. I think, to my belief, the Blazer they brought their B game, not A game. And the reason I'm saying that is if you compare the last three games, like Pacers, Suns, and Magic, I might believe that you might agree with me, because those games, the Blazers, they had a tougher opponent, and they had really, you can see the body language. But anyways, you can give a pass to Blazer all the time. But that was one of my questions. The other thing is, when I got older, I use mana. I don't use logic anymore. I think because of my age, I believe. But that's what I am. When the Blazers in the last quarter, they were kind of going back and forth. I said, well, I better use my karma because I don't feel good. So I turned off the radio and TV, and I went and I had a dinner. Then I felt better, Even then, when I came back like the last time, I turned on the radio. They said the Blazers won. So I used my karma, and it worked 90% of the time, not 100%, because I don't think the Blazers they can win all the games at the end to the end of the NBA.
Well, Victor, Thanks for the call. As always, I appreciate the call. And you know what? Using your karma is good. And I think it's funny that you say that because being a sports fan is just like riddled with superstitions here and there, right? Because I was a baseball player. I played. I dabbled in basketball, wasn't great, and I played football, was pretty good at it until I tore my shoulder up pretty bad and made the decision to stop playing that sport for some to keep my arm intact. But baseball, I was good at too, and played that one a lot. And it's funny because baseball players are the most superstitious players in the world. And it's like, okay, we got to put your rally cap on. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, every single time I step out of the dugout, I step out with my left foot. And I had a hit last time, so I got to make sure I always step out with that left foot, never touch the foul line, like little things like that, right? So your karma and your superstitions, I get it. I know plenty of Blazer fans are like, I don't know why, but the Blazers always play better when I don't watch the game, and now they're on a win streak, so I'm not going to watch again until they lose. So I get it, and maybe that plays into it, whether it's real or not, man. Like you and I talked about, the mana, the energy, right? Those things matter. And then you look at the team, talking about Orlando and the way the team carried themselves. I think the team's been carrying themselves incredibly well, and the energy's been great. I think what's so fun about this particular stretch of games is the fact that they're doing it in a variety of ways, but it still comes back to one thing, right? They've had games where the offense is great, but the defense is still good, right? They've had games where the offense is bad, but they could rely on their defense. They've had games where Ant goes off. They've had games where Shea goes off. They've had games where Scoot goes off. They're doing it in a variety of ways right now. And again, the vibes, the energy is great. Absolutely great. But I will tell you, real quick, Victor, before we go to commercial, that if next game, so that's Saturday, if you're watching the game and they get down early, I'm going to need you to turn the TV off and walk away and see if you got some more of that good karma reserve so that they can come back and get the victory, because whatever you've been doing, I think seems to be working too, man. Seems to be working too. All right, this is the fifth quarter with Chris Burkhardt. You can follow over on YouTube.com. And get in on the chat there where, boom, there we go. And I'll change the background to say the fifth quarter. Too much going on. I had the wrong one up all day, but that's okay. And you can grab your telephone. 503-248-0620 is your telephone number. Get in on the chat, man. Everyone calling in today has been wonderful. Uncle Blazer with his fun sayings. Josh, who hasn't called in all season, I believe, finally getting back in on. That's awesome. Getting some longtime listeners, first-time callers. I love it, man. You guys are awesome. We're going to take a break, though. When we come back, we're going to head to the coach's corner, hand out a game ball, and then put a bow on this one. Because I'm tired, Victor said. But you know how the Hulk says, that's the secret, Cap? I'm always angry. That's the secret, Rip City. I'm always tired. When you're always tired, you're never tired. I got to convince Chad to let us do a 24-hour stream. Why not? Let's just have some fun, because I'm having fun with you guys. Show rolls on after the commercial, though, right here on your home of the Blazers. Rip City Radio, 620. Oh, yeah, perfect. All right. All right, let's talk to YouTube chat. Shacker's in my ear, nice and loud. Let's turn him down for a second. All right. Air Weldon wants me to do a 24-hour stream on opening night. That'd be kind of fun. I totally would. Can we get into Moda? Fifth quarter, Roughly is going to end just a little after 11. It's like 11 o'clock. Boom. Can we just start the stream? Yeah, that's Burkhardt behind the scenes, because this is what you get here on YouTube when we're partying here. And YouTube is, I can just turn it on. We can have some fun. You can see me try to host or talk to you guys with Shacker just yelling at me. You see, we're not in the arena today, though. We're at, see, look. There you go. Up at the Pines. I need to get, I want to get a radio studio outside. Wouldn't that be fun? Like out there where they have the rebound. They used to have the studio there. I want it back so I can have a little studio right there. You guys can all come say hi, pre and post. Be fun. Rizzle, a 24-hour stream if they make the play-in. Okay. How are we going to do that? How are we going to do that? It might have to be breaks, because like you might have to like, what if I could do like a stream from like midnight to whenever, and then take a little break to drive to Moda. If they make the play in, Rizzle, I will find a way to do some massive stream for you guys. Why not? We could do like a 12-hour. Yeah, I could do noon to midnight just for funsies. Tell Chad, hey, we got it set up. We're gonna kick national radio off. We're gonna just go on radio for 12 hours straight, baby. I would do it. Yeah, Sue, those poor souls. I used to when I worked for NBC. I traveled not with the team, but followed the team, commercial, and yeah, the nights that you had to go to the airport. Never took a night flight. They were always morning flights. So it's like I would leave an arena at 1 o'clock in the morning and then have a 5 a.m. flight. Question if I sleep for 2 hours or just stay up and then go straight to the airport. Yeah, nasty work. Nasty work. I don't know if they're going straight to the airport tonight, though. They got a little break because they don't have to be there till Saturday. So they probably leaving tomorrow. Probably tomorrow afternoon. Maybe get a little practice in and then head out. So not a straight one. They do that a lot, though. Air Weldon, you got me. I would do it just for 12 hours straight. No worries. We'll be right back.
All the wins in a row is just somebody new every night that's stepping up, kind of taking the wheel, and obviously Shea hit some big ones in this game, Ant hit some big ones in this game, and everybody else was just there to support, and just kind of be there to do all the other things. And to me, that's the beauty in how we've played.
Do you notice a different confidence with your group, like just walking to the gym thinking they can win as opposed to maybe earlier in the season? Oh yeah, absolutely. It just feels like everybody is just comfortable and have embraced, their role, and what they're going to be able to do. You just look at, I don't know, when the last time I played Delano. Felt like I needed him tonight. We had to get out the mud a little bit tonight. It was a tough going, for us. And he came in and he was that spark plug we needed. Got us a couple easy ones, got our pace kind of going, finished one. So everybody,
whether it's their night or not, whether they're going to play a little bit tonight or not. Everybody's just been completely on board with what's going on.
Have you gotten the sense in the last couple of weeks since you guys have started winning at this clip that teams coming in are starting to, take you guys a little bit more seriously coming in than maybe earlier on in the season when your record was maybe something else?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, we've definitely gotten people's attention. And they come in here and, even before the game, they're just sitting there like, man, wow, y'all been playing great. Y'all been playing amazing. And what I love most is they talk most about, how we've been guarding, our defense for the most part, which sometimes you can't control. You can never control if your shots are going to go in, but I feel like you can always control your effort and your defense. And then you're playing against, the offensive players that these guys had tonight. It's just really special. But we found a way to get over the hump.
Anything else? What's been different about
Who is the MVP tonight for the Trailblazers? It's time for Game Balls on Fifth Quarter.
All right, who gets a game ball tonight? That's a good question, and I think I'm going to give the game ball to Shaedon Sharpe tonight. Even though Ant had a great game and hit some clutch shots, I thought that Shaedon coming off the bench and getting that 24 off the bench was huge for the Blazers to keep things going and put them in a right spot down the stretch. So game ball is going to go out to Sharpe. If we're giving out 2 game balls, then I would throw Ant in there as well. Air Weldon gives it out to Ant. Totally fair. I think those are the 2 I was debating, but I just love the fact that Shea was out there doing that off the bench and just coming up huge. So those 2. I'm going to give it those 2. I'll give 1, and you know what, Air Weldon, you've been sitting here holding the chat down. You're fair. You're giving yours to Ant. They each get a game ball. If I ever get to talk to Ant, I'm going to tell it you gave him to him, okay? Just so he knows. You need to show that respect. Now, real quick, before we get out of here, the song's playing, that's good. But look at this real quick. Think about this. 10 of their last 11, your Portland Trailblazers, they now set at 23 and 29. And think about this. 3 games back of the Suns for the 9 spot. 2.5 behind the Kings for the 10 spot. Watch out, because all of a sudden they're playing well, and the play-in, it's right there. Are they going to grab it? I don't know. And to be frank, I don't care, because all I care about is the fact that this team is fun to watch again. The basketball in the building is beautiful. And if you win or lose, it doesn't matter so much as long as you keep playing a brand of respectable basketball, which is what they're doing right now. And I love it. However, keep rolling, baby. Why not? Like Coach said before the game, you got nothing to lose. No pressure to win, so just roll out there. Show us what you're made of. Keep doing it. All right, that will do it for the show tonight, though, but we'll be back at it on Saturday. Game at 5 o'clock on the road in Minnesota, which means I will have pregame for you. Game day at 3 o'clock, getting you ready for Timberwolves and Blazers. Once again, final score from Moda Center. Blazers 108, Kings 102. Blazers win their 6th in a row, 10 out of 11. They are the hottest team in the NBA. For the boss man, Chad Doing, and for super producer Michael Shacker, who's just killing it over there, Rip City, you have been amazing. 5th quarter's a wrap. I will talk to you game day on Saturday.